Alright, so let's install some spacers today. I think there's a couple things missing. That's better. But we're still missing one thing. Alright. Alright, so I got the spacers out of the box. Let me just show you real quick. These are them. I just stacked them up real quick for a just for a picture. Just 1.5 inch spacers, and they're from Rough Country, so a very known brand for Jeeps. Alright guys, just gonna take my breaker bar here. Breaking loose, 1/2 inch breaker bar, 3/4 inch socket. They're actually not too bad, and that's probably because the shop torqued them down properly. I'm going to break the rears loose too, just because I'm going to do it side by side. So if I have the car up there, I don't want to be pushing on the car here. Might as well just get them both loose at the same time. Now that I have the Jeep lifted, my jack doesn't go high enough to lift it off. Oh my God. So I'm just gonna do one wheel at a time. I just, for the life of me, with the lift and everything, guys, this thing is, you know, it's on this jack stand here, and I took the jack out just because I don't trust it and it's old. But there's just so much play in the suspension now that my jack doesn't push it up far enough, and the way that the jack stands work is, if I put them on the highest rung, there's still like a 1/2 inch of space before the next rung, so I can't put it up a rung higher. So when I put the jack down, it goes down that 1/2 inch, and then the tire's back on the ground. So I'm probably just gonna do one tire at a time, and then have the jack stand there, and then jack it up when I pull the tire off, and then if the jack sinks a little bit, it'll just rest on the jack stand. So that's just probably the worst way to demonstrate it, but I don't know what else to do at this point, and I really do need to buy a new jack, so maybe this is the tipping point. First time trying to deal with this, so let's get the wheel off. It's just easier this way. Okay. All right, so you can see what this thing looks like. It's a little bit rusty in here. It looks like they might have tried to clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit better of a job and clean out this wheel well nice, get it ready for winter time. So let's do a little cleanup before we put the spacer on. Alright guys, just checking in with you. I did the iron out on the wheel first, just because I don't have the heavy duty wheel cleaner yet. That'll actually be coming. Unfortunately, it's not here yet. And then I just did the Rios Garage wheel cleaner, the regular wheel cleaner in the green bottle, and this is Adam's rubber cleaner. But regarding the condition of the wheel itself, it's long gone. It's just been exposed to the elements for way too long, you know, over a decade of just sitting outside in salt and everything just accumulating. It's, you know, it's not going to look much better than this, but thankfully the way that the rim is, you really don't see the behind. But I will clean this up a little just so the mating surface is a little bit nicer, and if I have to take the wheel off in the middle of the winter time for some reason, it comes off much easier. And this is Adam's rubber cleaner. And yes, I am cleaning the inside of the tire that no one will ever see, but I have it off, I might as well clean it, right? Especially the bigger tires, it seems more apparent when there's some sort of like reddish coating on it, so it's nice to get that off. It's funny, I was saying frequently that I like to let the wheel tire, I like to let the tire cleaner sit, but I feel like it's activated instantly, so I don't really think it needs to sit for very long. Less than 30 seconds. Look at that. Yeah, that's a good test for Adams. How's that for Adams? He doesn't do that in the video. His tires aren't that bad. See, the wheel actually looks really shiny on camera. It's funny. So, it's not as good as it looks, but it's not the worst I've seen, I guess. Yeah, like this chrome finish is peeling up on the corners. It's a beater, guys. If you didn't already know that. So it's alright. It means I'm gonna have less problems freaking out if there's a scratch or dirt or whatever. One wheel clean. Alright guys, getting nice and close with you. Of course when I clean the wheel, I had to spray it down, so that means that it's wet. I'm just gonna do a little spot dry here because I'm gonna put anti-seize on this area. So I'm just gonna wipe off any remaining dirt and any water. I don't want any moisture if I can help it. The rotor looks much better. You know, when I get the spacer on here and then, you know, I go through the winter, or at least most of the winter, unless I, you know, happen to clean these in the midwinter for some reason. You know, if I have a reason to take the tires off, I might clean it, but let's just clean this up a little bit. It's a little windy, so hopefully the little windsock thing is working. And I know the audio probably isn't as good, so when I do this type of video, I might mic up a little bit. Guys, let me know, comment below if the other mic, just, you know, the lavalier mic is better, because, you know, I'm over here, I'm kind of projecting my voice, and this, you know, the built-in mic is more ideal for vlogging and being close, but the picture is freaking, oh, I love it. It's on point. Right, so I'll give you a little close-up here since I can. There's going to be those streaks on the rotor itself, you know, around where the brake squeezes it, just because that's how the water dried. No big deal. Once I brake for like 5 feet, it'll go away. There's a little remnants of dirt here. That's just because the plastic itself is kind of porous and a little bit like eaten up just slightly. So, but a lot of the dirt is gone, so it'll accumulate much less. If this dries quick enough, I will touch up, you know, the little rust spots here. I have a spray, and I also have something I can use with a paintbrush. So I'll keep you updated. This is really spacer install plus you know, winter prep here. So awesome. Put her on. Gonna be using some Loctite, which not everyone uses. There we go. See, focus is awesome. So not everyone uses this, but you hear the horror stories. You hear the horror stories of people. You hear the horror stories of people having issues having this get loose and all that issue. So I'm just gonna put a little dot on each one here. I'm gonna put it inside this, whoa. Please don't freak out if most people don't do this, but just wanna do enough that, you know, it might just hold it on that much better, just as a little preventative measure. And for anyone who's freaking out and saying that this is gonna ruin my bearings, I don't care. There's that theory out there, or proven, you know, scientific, you know, information out there about the stress and the bearings and all that. You know what? Both my rear bearings need to be replaced right now anyways, so there's that, and the front ones are just fine. So if it ruins them, so be it. I want it to look awesome, so don't freak out. If you don't like spacers, don't watch this video and don't install them. It's as simple as that. Just get a different offset or whatever you want to do. Do a different upgrade. So for anyone who, you know, has a strong opinion on ruining bearings and stuff, because those comments seem pretty popular. A lot of people like them, but a lot of people have strong opinions against them. But I'm comfortable with them. So 1.5 inches is a lot, and I understand that. I was thinking closer to 1 inch originally, but that's what I decided on, and that is my prerogative. So there you go. 100 foot-pounds. Alright guys, this is being a little bit bigger of a project than I wanted it to be, but I cleaned up the rust in here. So I'm just going to be using some just some Krylon rust protector. Just going to paint it on with a brush on a couple little rusty areas. Gonna put some anti-seize here. I got all 4 spacers on. The Jeep is still in the same position it was before, but I'll just give you a quick walk around here. So here she is. Did the little bit of rust touch up, clean the tires, clean the wheels real well, and give you a side view. You can definitely tell, hopefully you can see that on camera, but that it looks so much better, especially like this angle right here. You know, it doesn't stick out a tremendous amount. You know, it does stick out, but not so much. I just put CarPro Pearl on the tires, and I think they look freaking awesome, guys. And I'm going to be putting the Hydro 2 in the wheels. All you have to do is spray them down and then rinse it off, so they'll be a little bit better protected. They look real shiny right now. And then, you know, the shocks, you can see I cleaned those up as well. So that's it. This thing is looking good. I'm going to be all ready for winter time. Everything's tightened down, the spacers are in, and we're done here. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you're digging this camera and the setup. Let me know once again, as I mentioned in my other video, I got a new camera. I'm going to be kind of incorporating you know, additional items into my videos now. You know, like maybe vlog style or whatever, like I mentioned. But I think it's good. I just have to see, you know, when I'm editing how the audio goes. And let me know what you think. I'm going to do the other 3. Kind of taking on a big project here, but I get a bunch of things done. I get ready for winter, I get the spacers in, and you know, I get to clean up the rotor and all that good stuff. More details are going to be on my website, and my Instagram always has updates. It's like at least a week in advance of these videos, so if you're excited about this stuff, you get like kind of a sneak peek into what I'm doing or what I'm about to do on Instagram, because I usually post car updates and you know, car pictures and all that fun stuff. So I'll put those pieces of information in the description along with a bunch of stuff I used today. If you have any questions, comment below and stick around for the next video.